With recent moves and talks and things like that, when it comes to Phil Spencer and things that he's said and things that he's done, I thought that they did a really good job with the interview the other day where he was talking about the games that are coming out, how Starfield, he wants that to be the most played game from them. And, I just feel like what they managed to do has been nothing short of incredible. And to me, to be honest, I find this news to be pretty incredible too. It's just one of those things with how things are going these days, right? And I think that this is the right move. Again, this is something that I felt was a very pertinent move right from the beginning when I was podcasting afterwards and was talking about this, kind of wavered. My original tweet kind of was in support of this. But anyway, we've got some breaking news. We've got some Phil Spencer news. This should go over pretty well, I think. I'm very interested to hear what everybody has to say about it. Again, gaming is never going to be the same. So no matter how you look at gaming, no matter how you look at anything, let's just look at it and go, hey, this is happening. We've got to, talk about this stuff. So anyway, with that being said, I want to get into it very quickly. I'm the Crap Gamer, and of course, this is Crap Gamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice some changes around here, but that shouldn't stop you from giving us a like, and possibly even consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me today. It means the world. I know how busy all of you are, and I know just how that could be, kids, family, work, school. So I'm very appreciative. So please leave a like. And if you do enjoy the content and you want to subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified of everything as soon as it comes out. So thank you guys very, very much. Now, a little bit of breaking news. So we know stuff like Starfield, Elder Scrolls, all that kind of good stuff is going to be exclusive to Xbox. But Microsoft is also buying Activision Blizzard. And now Microsoft has flat out 100% confirmed that Microsoft confirms that Activision Blizzard will release games on PlayStation beyond existing agreements. And it's aiming to do the same with Nintendo. So this is huge breaking news, folks. Again, we might not know specifically what games, but they mentioned Call of Duty even beyond the agreements, which makes the most sense in the world. Microsoft has confirmed that Call of Duty and some other popular Activision Blizzard titles will not just be released on PlayStation to honor existing contracts, but beyond the existing agreement and into the future. In a piece published to explain how the company will adapt to gain regulatory approval for its Activision Blizzard takeover, President Brad Smith addressed concerns that popular games would no longer be available on competing consoles, and he put everybody's minds at ease. So basically, the reason why they had to come out with this is they had to explain to everybody why things aren't going to change and things like that. So President Brad Smith addressed the concerns, and he said, and I quote, "To be clear, Microsoft will continue to make Call of Duty and other popular Activision Blizzard titles available on PlayStation through the term of any existing agreements with Activision. And we have committed to Sony that we will also make them available on PlayStation beyond the existing agreements and into the future so that Sony fans can continue to enjoy the games they love. Previous reports have indicated that the next 3 Call of Duty games would come to PlayStation, but not indicated what's beyond that." Smith added that Microsoft would be looking to assure the same for Activision Blizzard games on Nintendo consoles. "We are also interested in taking similar steps to support Nintendo's successful platform. We believe this is the right thing for the industry, for gamers, and for our business. There are caveats here, of course. Smith does not commit to all traditionally multi-format Activision games coming to PlayStation and Nintendo, nor does he commit to this agreement existing in perpetuity. That is to say, nothing of brand new games developed within Activision Blizzard after a takeover is in place." Smith Post also announces changes and commitments for the Microsoft Store, in line with showing regulators that the company is encouraging rather than stifling competition in gaming and tech space. And I quote, "Too much friction exists today between creators and gamers. App Store policies and practices on mobile devices restrict what and how creators can offer games and what and how gamers can play them. Our large investment to acquire Activision Blizzard further strengthens our resolve to remove this friction on behalf of creators and gamers alike. We want to enable world-class content to every gamer and more easily across every platform. While FTC and Justice Department investigations will take place for some time before the Activision Blizzard takeover is complete, legal experts and Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella seemingly don't see the deal being blocked, and this is actually going to help them pass it at an incredibly quick rate. Now, see, this is the thing that I'm talking about. To me, it makes the most sense. You've got to keep the games that are heavily reliant on like the multiplayer. Like again, for the industry, Call of Duty needed to remain multiplat, and I've stated this numerous times already. Right, the reason why it needed to stay multiplat is you have these tentpole franchises that come out that sell incredibly well, and you need to continue with that. Right, you have to continue to have that. It's good for the industry to have these games that sell, 30 million copies a year or whatever it is. And, so that's a big deal. I feel like that's a huge deal for Microsoft. Yes, it's a great deal for Sony. I'm happy that they'll be able to keep with that. I never wanted that. And to those that might point and say that I'm being hypocritical because of my thoughts on Bungie, well, you can see right there in the announcement that they're going to have exclusive. They've already said also some stuff is going to be exclusive. That's a huge different thing. Yes, it's much more money that they're spending, but you have to understand that you have to do things that help the industry, which is what they're doing, and they're keeping Activision out of the hands of Apple, Google, Amazon, all that kind of stuff. Great stuff. But they're also going to make exclusive games for Microsoft. Like, that's going to happen. Whereas the Bungie deal for Sony, they're not making exclusive content for Sony. Like, they're not really getting anything out of that, in my opinion anyway. Like, for gamers, I'm not saying that, like it's not going to help at all to do this or the other thing, but I'm saying for gamers in general, they're not going to get anything content. And again, to have Call of Duty be in Game Pass, I think that is something that is really going to help drive Game Pass even further into, people's minds and things like that. Because, again, you can either pay, and again, I'm not against buying it. I think, I'll probably still buy it on PlayStation and play it on Xbox. That's just one of those things. But for me personally, I love the fact that, they're doing this, and they've also made it pretty clear that they're going to still get exclusives out of the deal. I find that to be incredibly interesting and, just a great topic of conversation. So the other thing I kind of wanted to talk about was, I would just say get over Microsoft. They can afford to buy these things. They're being the behemoth that a lot of us asked them to be. It is what it is, right? It just is. Now, the other thing, which I'm strongly against, and I'll give my reasons, Platinum Games has appealed to Xbox to help it make Scalebound. It seems pointless for Microsoft just to hold on to that and not do anything with that, according to Platinum Games. If you guys remember, Scalebound was a dragon-filled Xbox exclusive that got canceled in 2017, and it appears, and it appealed to, it's very interesting that Platinum Games has appealed to Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer to begin some discussion. Speaking to IGN Japan, Platinum President Mr. Inaba explained that Scalebound creator Hideki Kamiya has been talking about wanting to work on Scalebound again for a while. Kamiya himself said, "I'd like to appeal to Phil Spencer directly. Let's do it, Phil." Kamiya has not been shy about expressing his regret over the game's cancellation, and the developer has said before that it would love to return to the game with Microsoft's permission. However, Inaba made it clear that this isn't an indie wish, that they'd like to reopen talks with Microsoft about the idea. Often in an interview, you might hear a developer politely saying, "Yes, if we had the opportunity, we'd love to work on that again, but we don't mean it but that way. Both Kamiya and I are serious. We would really love to work on Scalebound again. I'd like to discuss it with Microsoft properly." Kamiya went on further to say development and progress a fair way, and it seems pointless for Microsoft just to hold on to that and not do anything with it. Kamiya then switched to English and said, Phil, let's do it together." Inaba had previously lamented that Microsoft took much of the blame for the cancellation of Scalebound, saying that game development is hard and both sides learned lessons for sure. Last year, Kamiya explained more about the cancellation and apologized to fans and Microsoft. "It was a big challenge for Platinum Games. We were working in an environment we weren't used to. We were developing on the Unreal Engine. We also lacked the necessary know-how to build a game based on online features. The hurdles we had to overcome were very big. A new issue for getting Scalebound back off the ground may have been an entirely different game. Hitman developer IO Interactive is reportedly working on an Xbox exclusive fantasy game featuring dragons. Given that Scalebound could be described in a very similar way, that might feel a little too close for comfort." But listen, I loved what Scalebound was shaping up to be, what it looked like a co-op RPG where you could fly with dragons. It sounded incredible. But, 5 years later, how do you get out of that type of mindset, to be honest with you, right? Like, how can they make this game not just totally. It's going to get looked at under a microscope, right? It's like it would have to be damn near perfect for it to be looked at in a positive light. So I'm not sure that it'll ever happen, and it probably shouldn't ever happen, to be honest with you. As much as I like the idea, and that studio there's just something about them that it just doesn't seem like they work in a timely fashion, and with all the stuff that happened last time, it just honestly just does not seem like it would be a great thing. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crep Gamer 'em up. Crep Gamer out.